It's a little nerve-wracking to come here and show you my journals because a lot of what I write, I feel like it's a little cringy and I don't know, I feel very vulnerable. Also, I make a lot of spelling mistakes, and for that, all I have to say is English is my second language. You can't you can't judge me. But at the same time, I really enjoy watching these kind of videos, and I really enjoy also journaling with a video of this kind in the background. So I figured that if I really enjoy it, maybe there will be someone out there who will appreciate this video. When I get nervous, I word vomit. And I feel like that's likely to happen in this video. So let's just get right into it. Hi guys, my name is Sora, and even though that I've been journaling since I have memory of it, it was not until recently that I found out that there's a whole community of people that love to journal and that are obsessed with stationery. The first thing I decided to get was a Hobonichi weeks, and after that, I'm pretty sure you know how it went. So today I really wanted to talk to you about my journaling ecosystem. I decided to start a journaling ecosystem because I love the idea of journaling, and before I used to have this one notebook where I would do all my sketches, my deep journaling, my shadow work, and also kind of like a junk journal. And then I moved into collecting journal and creating a junk journal, and then I found out that you can have an ecosystem. So the first thing I started with was my Hobonichi weeks. I saw the whole hype around Hobonichi last year after the drop, and I immediately was like, I need to get my hands into one of these. And I also really wanted to get the Hobonichi Techo, but I decided, you know what, they're very expensive. I'm just gonna start with the weeks and see if I really like it. Long story short, I really like it. I decided to get this one to replace my previous agenda where I wrote all of my work stuff, but then I realized I don't really want to have my personal and my work on the same agenda. So for work, I do use a whole different system. But right now, for my personal, I'm using the Hobonichi weeks as my personal everyday journal. This one, it's basically an agenda mixed in with an everyday kind of reminder of what I've been up to, with a weekly habit tracker and priorities. And I'm also been tracking my sleep, my mood, and my work since I started new meds, and I really wanted to see how they affected those three areas of my life. And I also, of course, have the highlights of the week. I really like how full and messy it's kind of gotten. I have seen a lot of Pinterest and a lot of videos of people having perfect spreads. And even though that I wanted to reach the maximum aesthetic and the maximum perfection, I realized that I really enjoy the messiness. I really enjoy just having a very full page, and I decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to write whatever I want and not focus too much on it being perfect. And it's been working great because I haven't skipped a single day of journaling ever since. After having the Hobonichi, I still had another just blank paper journal where I did all of my deep journaling. I think the main idea of journaling, at least for me, is to get all of those crazy thoughts into paper. So I still had a notebook that was blank pages just for that. But I wanted to turn it into an ecosystem. I also want to do a side note here that I see a lot of these videos showing like 10 different journals and all of the different ideas for it. While I think it looks like a lot of fun, and I too would love to have all of those journals, I think that there's a misconception that in order to journal, you have to be one, perfect, and two, go get the newest journal there is. There's probably one, if not several, notebooks that are just empty and they could be used to journal around your place. And you can build your journal ecosystem with those first. And if everything sticks, then you can buy a new notebook. At this point, I was already very deep into the stationery and journaling. So I decided to get myself a similar cover than the Louise journal one because I was obsessed with them, but I did not want to pay $200 for it. So I ended up paying half the price for this Etsy seller that's here in Toronto, and she does an amazing work. This holds up to 3 notebooks, and in here I have several notebooks. I have my commonplace, I have my light journaling, and then my deep journaling. A few things that I realized are that the more money I spend on a notebook, the less likely I am to be real with it because I want it to be perfect in a way. I feel like since it's so expensive, I should really try to make sure that it doesn't get ruined or ugly or like stained or anything like that. So I got a very cheap notebook. It's blank page and I don't have any attachment to it monetarily. And this is where I do my deep journaling. My deep journaling is where I write anything and everything, and it will never see the light of day. I do all of the deep journaling in this notebook, and I find that it works really great. I have no attachment for it to be pretty or be a specific aesthetic way. The second notebook, it's my light journaling notebook. In this one, I absolutely love the paper in this notebook. It goes perfect with my fountain pens. And because it was expensive and because I love it so much, it's where I do my journaling that it's not ugly. So in this notebook, it's where I write memories, if I had a great date, if I had a great trip, light memorabilia that I wanna add, if I had some thoughts about a certain topic, that's where I will go. I'm really looking forward to have full pages on this one because it's just so beautiful. But I do feel like I need to buy a elastic so that I can keep it close. And then I have my commonplace. This was gifted to me by a friend, and it's also a very high quality notebook that I felt like I didn't want to get ugly. I was so confused with commonplace journaling. I think I still am. I don't know exactly what you're supposed to put in a commonplace, but I really like watching shows, reading books, and watching movies, and also talking about them a lot. So I figured that this would be a really good place for me to put all of the media that I consume, because a lot of the times my memory is really bad and I will have read or watched a movie and then I will know that I really liked it, but I don't really know the plot that well. Last but not least, I have my junk journal. My junk journal is where I put, well, literally that, my junk. I really like to collect junk. I feel like a lot of the things that we use hold memories, and I like to keep those memories. I plan to put a lot of stickers in here, but guys, I have a problem. I am a sticker hoarder. I have so many stickers, but I can't bring myself to place them anywhere because I feel like I will regret it and I will want that sticker back. That if you look at my Hobonichi, these stickers are actually not stuck on. I actually used double-sided tape so that I could reuse the stickers if I needed to. I absolutely love a junk journal, and it's really nice for me to have this creative outlet to put into the junk journal without the pressure of it having to be perfect, because I also use all of these kind of like stickers and like wrappers and receipts and all of that in my other journals. Honestly, it's all about what works best for you and how would you like to separate your brain. I feel like an ecosystem for journaling is kind of like the way that you want to have your brain lay out in front of you. That is 5 notebooks that I've been using, and I am really excited to show you guys how they progress over the year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and happy journaling!